All right, next up we got number 1 single wacky rig versus number 4 Rapala floating minnow. For the wacky rig, this one began about 2005 out of Lake Bracken. I'd seen these baits before. I'm like, they're just goofy. I don't know how those would catch fish, even though, I read some of the ringing endorsements, but it's one of those cases where you don't know till you try, and sure enough, I tried it, and man, I've been hooked ever since. The Rapala I had mentioned a couple times here. Dad, when I was learning how to bass fish, had said there's only 2 lures you need to catch bass, and that was this one right here, the Rapala floating minnow. The other one was with the MEPS that we saw earlier. And he was right on. Unfortunately, the allure of all the fishing tackle aisles and that sort of stuff just pulls at your wallet. I guess I wished I would have listened to him, maybe, because it would have saved me a whole lot of money over the years. He's fallen prey to it too. He's got quite a tackle collection as well. It's tough to say so long to one of the lures that first got you hooked on bass fishing, but the Senko is just too tough. We're going to let it move on and say so long to the Rapala floating minnow. All right, this one's a battle of the babies. Number 3, Man's Baby 1 Minus, and number 2, the Baby Brush Hog. Got hooked on the Man's Baby 1 Minus. A buddy of mine, nicknamed Woody, used to go fishing down his grandmother's ponds down in, it must have been, Schuyler County, maybe Augusta, Illinois, out in the middle of nowhere. Some fantastic ponds back in the day, and we worked together, and he'd work about the Man's Baby 1 Minus. I went out and picked me up a couple of them, and I've got a whole utility box full of them now. Just an outstanding crankbait. Sets up nicely for a guy who's shallow like myself. Some of those shallow flats and bank hugging in the strip mines or a farm pond. This is an ideal bait for you. You can fish it through a lot of over the top of a lot of cover where other lures just won't work out so well. As far as the brush hog, this is probably my top bait when I'm slowing down Texas rig fishing, some sort of creature type bait. These brush hogs really shine. However, it's just I'm more of a fast-paced guy. Like to keep it moving, cast and reel. The brush hog's a winner, but not today, as the Baby 1 Minus moves on to the next round.